guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
I thought he just got a new laptop.
Yeah. Okay, well, we are live with Anonymous Bites Back. A number of different subjects tonight. AK just left, but I expect him to be back any second. Please help to share this around. We're going to talk about the Assange case, about Bitcoin skyrocketing, so to speak, Amazon accepting Bitcoins, pink lakes in Argentina, anti-lockdown protests in Australia. We should talk about what was his name? Daniel Hale, right? Sorry.
Daniel Hale, his sentencing is tomorrow.
Yeah, we should talk about him.
I just put it in the promo tweet. We should probably talk about it. I put out a hell of a promo tweet, Lubers. You should see it. I tagged you in it because, again, it's a hell of a promo tweet. You'll be proud of it. You'll be like, wow, that is
such a great promo
nicely crafted. It's informative, not too busy. You got all the pertinence in there.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have... Huh?
Yeah, it got me all excited over the promo.
Oh, shit. But yeah, so Daniel Hale, the whistleblower, no longer alleged, or at least according to him, because he pled guilty back in March, is set to be sentenced tomorrow in the Eastern District of Virginia Espionage Court before, oh god damn it, let me see if Kevin has that. The good Kevin, don't worry. You're not. Kevin
to the other
has
to the other
Judge
Kevins.
Liam O'Grady is who Daniel Hale will go before tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Hale is the whistleblower who disclosed the drone program, the secret drone program, the targeted assassination program, to intercept co-founder Jeremy Scahill. Hale allegedly ghost wrote a chapter in one of Scahill's books to Tea Leaves. I see you. Thank you very much. Daniel Hale is being charged with the harshest available sentence under the Espionage Act for leaking information to a reporter, disclosing information to a reporter. The judge that he is in front of is another one of these espionage court hanging judges. They're not there to listen to what the defendant or the defense has to say. They're there to dole out the justice as the state sees fit. I am going to, on the screen, pull up from Kevin Gustola's excellent outlet, Shadowproof, the letter that Daniel Hale wrote to Judge Liam O'Grady This is just a few days ago, last week, as of today, 18 July 2021. Quote from Navy Admiral Jean LaRogue, 1995. He said, "We now kill people without ever seeing them. Now you push a button thousands of miles away. Since it's all done by remote control, there's no remorse. And then we come home in triumph." Describing the UAV program in 1995. Hale writes, "Dear Judge O'Grady, it is not a secret that I struggled to live with depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Both stem from my childhood experience growing up in a rural mountain community and were compounded by exposure to combat during military service. Depression is constant, though stress, particularly stress caused by war, can manifest itself at different times and in different ways. The telltale signs of a person afflicted by PTSD and depression can often be outwardly observed and are practically universally recognizable. Hard lines about the face and jaw, eyes once bright and wide, now deep set and fearful, and an inexplicably sudden loss of interest in things that used to spark joy. These are noticeable changes in my demeanor marked by those who knew me before and after military service. To say that the period of my life spent serving in the United States Air Force had an impression on me would be an understatement. It's more accurate to say that it irreversibly transformed my identity as an American, having forever altered the thread of my life story weaved into the fabric of our nation's history. To better appreciate the significance of how this came to pass, oh look, there's a transcript. Neat. There we go. Bam. I would like to explain my experience deployed to Afghanistan as it was in 2012 and how it is I came to violate the Espionage Act as a result. This is going to be long, isn't it? Wow. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to... I'll drop a link. That's long. It's a lot of reading. But it is Hale's autobiography. I would recommend you guys read it.
I have it on the screen now, so I don't know. But
There we go. No one?
well, it is readable now. I mean, I'm also reading through it. So sorry, I had you couldn't hear me, but the people listening could. Yeah, I'm also reading through it a bit. It is about predator drones specifically. This part. Yeah, he explains that they've been firing on a family, right? An innocent family, and killed one of his daughters. This is an example. See, and he says, what I knew of the instances where civilians plausibly could have been present. You're going way too fast. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to
I didn't
read
know
it,
if you had it. Okay. Let's go back up here. I think it was up here.
Okay, well, I remember what it said. Okay, so he said that from all the families that got killed, almost all of them were designated as enemies killed in action, while they were actually innocent people. And he gives
right.
yeah, and he gives an example of a daughter getting killed and a father. That's what the.
Here we go.
He said that older daughter was found dead due to unspecified wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here. So this is the part, yeah. But from what I knew of the instances where civilians plausibly could have been present, those killed were nearly always designated enemies killed in action, unless proven otherwise. So it's kind of like a guilty unless proven innocent. Like you're an enemy unless. Yeah.
Yeah, you are when you're a casualty, you're listed as an enemy combatant unless they prove otherwise. Unless an internal investigation proves otherwise.
I literally thought I was rebooting.
Okay. I was already confused why Crypto Cat was gone.
Well, you see, CryptoCat got stuck in a boot loop, so CryptoCat had to fix the laptop, and then now I'm back.
Now we were just explaining about Daniel Hale and his testimony to the judge, or his statement to the judge, and he's explaining about how civilians get killed by drones, and especially that they get designated as enemies killed in action, while actually they're civilians, and then unless you can prove they're civilians, they're always enemies killed in action.
Oh, well, the U.S. likes to call them collateral damage.
Yeah. Well, in his case, they literally called them enemies unless, proven otherwise. At least this is his statement, right? And now he's an anti-war activist for that. And is it about Yemen now?
This is his statement to the judge from last week ahead of his sentencing, which is tomorrow. Which, if the U.S. gets their way, will be the longest sentence ever handed out under the Espionage Act for someone who provided information to a reporter.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, all of these, like the drone stories and the drone strike stories, it is understandable why the drone program is looked at as the most powerful recruitment tool for global terrorists.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's just like it's a cycle of blood. You know, you kill somebody's fucking relative, they're gonna want revenge on you.
And if you're doing it in such an impersonal way, with just such wanton death as the guaranteed, not just result, but promise.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I was going to drop the article in the YouTube chat.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just say real quick that we also had David McBride on, right? Many times, and this kind of tells the same story about how civilians are being hurt in places like Afghanistan and Iraq, and that they are always considered enemies unless you can show they're not enemies, and people they just get fired upon, like in the middle in urban areas, in towns and in cities. The soldiers are firing on civilians, like even this smallest thing already causes them to fire on these civilians, and always afterwards, like they're all worried. Yeah, were these actually soldiers we fired on? We didn't even see any weapons. And David McBride's story, at first, he was kind of doing it alone, and he was talking about the Australian army, right? And then it pretty much gets vindicated by other veterans, including from my own country in the Netherlands, and they say they have the same story. They were in Oeruzgan with McBride, and now you hear it from Daniel Hill too, and he specifically mentions drones, but it is pretty much the same story again. Civilians being murdered.
Well, at the same time, the United States trying to lord its morality and superiority over the rest of the planet.
Yeah.
We just had a really good conversation with a guy named Reed Coverdale, and there was he was talking about an article that came out a little while ago that said if you took every car and truck and train commercial vehicle off the road, but you let the Pentagon and the U.S. military keep doing its thing and keep growing at the rate that it grows exponentially each year, then you would have essentially no net drop in carbon emissions after a few years. Because if you just, like, if you took the pollution that exists now and got rid of it, it would not take too many years of just letting the military expand at its current rate to where it would be at the exact same level. Because the military is vastly more responsible than any individual. Doesn't mean you have to live like a slob and fucking buy 10 of everything and throw it all away. And no. But there's no need to fourth industrial revolution it up just because you think you can convince humans that it's their individual problem that the planet's fucked. Hey, Jones.
Hi. Yeah, I was just listening to what you were saying, and yeah. Well, we had this discussion with Keith McHenry, me and Steve did, and then we also had, like, another version of this discussion on Slow News Day a couple days ago, where it's like, everybody wants to talk about climate change as some super duper abstract phenomenon where you can just bullshit carbon tax and reduce carbon emissions your way out of it, but never does it address very tangible issues like what Steve was saying, the pollution coming from the military or the pollution coming from big agribusiness or oxygen depletion in the ocean or overfishing or mining. The mining that's happening around the global south. Like, that never gets addressed because it's inherently already a part of the Fourth Industrial Revolution agenda. So, yeah.
Well, let's also keep in mind that at no point is the Internet of Things ever mentioned when people are talking about climate change.
Yeah.
And you don't get to power the Internet of Things without a fuck ton of natural resources.
Yep.
All of which are underground. Or
Yep.
under the ocean. Or on the ocean floor.
Yeah, a lot of nickel, cobalt, rare earth minerals, manganese, lithium. A lot of those resources that have to be mined from either Africa or Latin America or, like you said, Steve, the bottom of the ocean or hydrothermal vents. So, yeah.
Oh, John. And, there was another, that's right. The monopoly on semiconductors, silicon chips.
That too.
Like, that's something that really needs to be addressed with, because when two companies control 65% of the semiconductor market, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially if those two countries are located, or two companies are located in the same country, and there's a natural disaster, which
That's
has
another good
happened
point.
before in Taiwan, if I recall correctly.
I know, it's another good point.
But hey, we should, restrict everyone's time outdoors, not let anyone be a part of nature, not let anyone, really participate in an outdoor
Nah,
society.
you can't be a part of nature. You have to surveil it. Duh.
Right. Well, I guess the upshot is, if you make everyone have a virtual existence, no one can notice that you completely destroyed the planet digging it up for the resources to power that virtual existence.
Yep. On some Wall-E shit. Even though we don't like Disney.
No, but Abby, you're not wrong.
I've got some interesting topics here.
Jump on, I was waiting for you, AK.
Oh no, I was just
AK!
yeah, well, that's a good topic too to talk about what's going on with the crypto markets right now. I guess I could start out with it. All right, so Bitcoin just massively pumped. There was about, I think it was, last time I saw it was $111 million worth of short liquidations pumped the price up to almost 40K. A whole bunch of people got fucking liquidated. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And that was rocket fuel and pumped us up to about 40K. We got rejected at 40K. We're dancing around the upper 30, I would say 39, 38 right now. Probably go as low as 36 before, we lose bullish momentum there. Ethereum is also pumped. Ethereum is at $2,318. And everything else, the market is moving slowly up for everything else. So, yeah, it's been a wild weekend. But this is all weekend price action, and it could just flip next week.
Do you have any predictions for this year for Bitcoin?
For Bitcoin for this year, for the end of the year, you're saying?
Yeah.
Alright, so if we continue this uptrend and we take back 60K, I see 100K being the top. Somewhere around 100K, so it could go to 110K, 115K, maybe 120K. But somewhere around there is going to be the top. I don't think it's going up to 200K anymore. Because we lost the momentum that we did have. Now, when we had that momentum, we could have went up to 200K. But this cycle, unless the cycle is extended into 2022, I don't see us going to 200K. By the end of this year, we will probably reach 100K. I would say October, November-ish. But the end of the cycle is normally going to be around September. But because of this this black swan event that we had with China, where China basically told all the miners and crypto companies to get out. What they really did was they told the banks to stop accepting money from crypto businesses. So the banks in China can no longer operate with crypto businesses. Plus, they also banned mining in several provinces. Because China is trying to push for that whole Green New Deal thing by 2030. They're starting to cut back on emissions and everything, and a lot of the crypto miners or Bitcoin miners were using coal to mine Bitcoin. So it's actually a positive thing that happened, because now the miners have recognized that they need to shift to a green mining as opposed to using dirty energy. And after that whole flash crash in the hash rate for mining, that's what caused the price to crash, because the miners were no longer supporting the price up at those high levels. Now, what's going to occur, in my opinion, is once we have the hash rate back, we're going to see a surge in the price. So it's a matter of that this happened in the middle of the cycle, so it could extend the cycle out, and it could go till October, November, but there is a small possibility that it extends past October, November into 2022, early next year, say January, February, March at the latest. So if that happens, the price could go up to 200K, but I don't see it personally.
Well, no, and it was way earlier in the year when, like, Max Kaiser and the Bitcoin maximalists were predicting 200K, and they're being pretty hopeful in the moment. And
Well, no, because it's a supply shock. But the thing is, with the supply shock, even still, I don't know if we can just break through 100K without resistance. I think 100K will have resistance. Maybe it might not have if we would have kept surging up from 60K, took a dip down maybe to 55K, and then continued up. We could have got enough momentum to break through 100K, but as it stands right now, I don't see us breaking through 100K. I think a lot of people are going to sell off at 100K. But with that said, I'm not 100% sure, and we just have to see what happens with the crypto markets. Now, Amazon is or has been rumored for quite some time that they've been wanting to get involved in crypto. Now, they just put out a job request on their website looking for a blockchain and cryptocurrency director for working at Amazon in Seattle, Washington. So it's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to get involved. And for the past couple years, they've have a lot of different things that people have missed. For instance, there was a patent just last year with Amazon, and in this patent it talks about using blockchain for supply chain tracking. So they want to use the blockchain for supply chain tracking. They probably want to use the blockchain for payments, and a lot of the things that are going on right now with the stable coins getting involved with Visa and MasterCard and all that. I'll tell you why that's happening, and you're not going to hear this anywhere else. So what's going on is that the CBDC, or the fiat digital dollar, by the Federal Reserve and MIT, that is going to be going into a pilot, and it's a closed pilot test that's going to be going on over this summer. I imagine that they're going to start it next month. Because they didn't start it, as far as I know, they haven't started it. Unless it was started in mid-July, and I have no idea, nobody told me. But what they're doing is they're piloting a test of running the CBDC system, and all of the banks and the credit issuers have suddenly had this realization moment that once this CBDC is out, there's no need for them anymore. So, instead of waiting for the government's regulations on cryptocurrency as they were before, they are now solidifying themselves into stable coins, and they're partnering with stable coins like USDC, and they're partnering with crypto companies to stay relevant in the economy. Because when the CBDC is released, there will be no need for a Visa or a MasterCard or a bank, because everything would be on the blockchain, and people would be able to take out interest and loans all through the CBDC.
Okay.
So what you're witnessing is the banks try to get involved in crypto. In the U.S. here, there's 70% of U.S. banks can now sell Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency that is custodied. No, that's not right. Under a custodian by NYDIG, and they're using the Fiserv service to offer customers the ability to purchase Bitcoin, and the banks themselves aren't going to be the custodian. NYDIG is going to be the custodian for the banks, so therefore, if you did buy Bitcoin through your bank like a moron, you wouldn't own the actual private keys. The private keys and the information for the Bitcoin, you wouldn't actually own the Bitcoin. The banks themselves would own your Bitcoin through NYDIG, and NYDIG would be the custodian for you. But then you would be able to sell it anytime you want, or buy more, or whatever. I mean, the banks are trying to do a coup d'etat on the crypto industry, and the banks are trying to surpass, or not surpass, what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to bypass the crypto exchanges. So the banks want to become the new crypto exchanges, essentially. You can't make this shit up. Like, it's fucking nuts what we're witnessing. And so the banks and the credit industry, both MasterCard and Visa, they've now realized that they won't be needed when the CBDC is released. So what they're trying to do is essentially set up within the crypto industry to be used within the crypto industry itself, and outside of the financial system, because what the U.S. government and world governments want is they want a system known as M-Bridge. They want to use it, or multi-bridge, and they've been working on this for, as far as I know, 2019 or late 2020. Basically what they want to do is they want to have it so instead of there's one world currency, as everybody keeps on preaching about, what they want to do is set up a bridge so every currency can be transacted on this bridge and swapped for other currencies. So therefore, they kill the credit industry, they kill the banking industry, they kill the systems like SWIFT, where you can swap between different currencies. I forget what it's called. The wire. It's not a wire system. It's I can't remember what it's called. But basically, what they're doing is they're setting up this M-Bridge and testing it. By the way, they've been testing it. One of the first tests was Hong Kong, UAE, and China. And they tested this bridge to swap from one digital currency to another digital currency across this bridge. And that's how they want to set things up. They want to use this so people can swap between different digital fiat currencies. And essentially, we wouldn't need a one world currency then. We would just have multiple different digital currencies which can be swapped to any digital currency at any period of time. And this is what the World Bank or Bank of International Settlements is working on. So that's the central bank of central banks of about, 80 countries? Nobody?
Are you asking how many countries are attached to the World Central Bank?
I'm asking if it is 80 countries attached to the Bank of International Settlements. Yeah, I think it's 80. I could be wrong. It might be less. But regardless to that fact, all of this information is some of it, I won't say all of it, but some of this information is coming directly from the Bank of International Settlements, because I have a source over there who works in Basel.
It has 63 members, but one of the there are also members like the European Central Bank, right?
Right. Yeah. So it covers about 67 countries. Or 68, something like that. Anyway, point being is that this is a wide-scale plan by all of the central banks in the world, where instead of creating a one-world currency, because it would throw off the economics of the entire world, they want to just allow countries' central banks to issue their own digital currencies, and then use this M-Bridge technology to swap between different digital fiat currencies. But at the same time, they can't just get rid of the crypto market that now exists. Reason being is that there's too much money, although it's not the stock market, not to the level of the stock market yet, there's too much money that's in the crypto markets right now. So the US and other countries are going to be embracing crypto, but they're going to be cracking down on our rights in cryptocurrency, because they're going to be implementing KYC procedures, and the EU specifically has recently said that they want to get rid of non-custodial wallets, and what that means is essentially the private keys that you own. So they don't want us owning our own cryptocurrency. They want it under custody of some type of financial entity. And this is very dangerous, because that's not how cryptocurrency was invented, and what it was invented to give back the power of financial wealth to the holder. And so you're supposed to have your private keys. You're supposed to you're supposed to have custody of your own funds. You're not supposed to give up that custody and not have your private key. But they want to do away with the private key stuff and non-custodial wallets. So, for instance, this is going to have to be lobbied and pushed very hard against, because it's very stupid. These lawmakers have no idea what technology they're fucking with, and they don't understand, truthfully, what they're doing. Creating laws. They're just creating laws like a blind. I don't know. I don't want to use a bad metaphor, but anyway, they're just creating laws blindly, and it's going to harm the industry, and it's going to make things a lot less secure. Like, So, they will be pushing KYC laws and stuff like that, because of a lot of people, and I know this to be true 100%. A lot of people are laundering money in crypto, and they're actually using the meme coins to do it.
Yeah, well, it's very easy to do it like that, right?
Well, what they're doing essentially is they're launching meme coins, and then they market the meme coin, pull a rug pull on it, and then they doubled their money or tripled their money or quadrupled their money, whatever it is. But that's what's going on with a lot of these memes. Is a lot of people are doing that where they are just basically they're basically taking their money that they have, laundering it into meme coins, pumping the meme coin, dumping the meme coin, and then on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next. That's what they're doing. Not saying everybody's doing it, but there is a group doing it, and there's actually several different factions or groups in crypto that are doing this. And they are literally killing the industry, like, by doing this, because they're creating fucking thousands and thousands of shit coins that have no real value except a meme, and they're doing it. Most people think they're doing it to try to double their money, but that's only the side effect of it. The other point is that they're parking their money in there as a means to launder the money. And then when they double it, that's when they switch back to Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, okay, well, crypto has a lot of possibilities like that. There's a new world, right? But yeah, you do have to like mention that just like with, for example, like the Tor network that the establishment also uses those kind of statements to discredit it, right? Saying like these are things to like launder money, and that is like the primary thing. But the primary thing is, of course, that these are just new cryptocurrencies. They can be used to buy and sell things. It's not about. It's not just a laundering tool.
No, it's not, but that's what I'm saying, that people are doing that with meme coins, that they are laundering money through meme coins. But, yeah, I mean, cryptocurrency, it has many use cases, and these meme coins are not use cases. If you're buying into a meme coin, you are a fucking idiot. It's a pump and dump. Every single meme coin is a pump and dump. Even Doge is a pump and dump. It does the same thing every cycle. It pumps up and then it dumps heavy.
Well, and wasn't Dogecoin the one that, like, Elon kept gassing up too?
Yeah. Well, Elon keeps on pumping Doge, but he's the outlier in this with Dogecoin this time around. But typically, Dogecoin does the same fucking pattern: up and then down, up and then down. Like, I'm not saying like down. I'm saying like up, massively run up, right, and then a massive dump. Could it be different this time? Sure, but I mean, like, if you're just buying a meme coin and you're not actually buying real cryptocurrency that has a use case, you're missing a massive opportunity in your life right now. Because there's so many smart contract platform cryptocurrencies that are very, very cheap, and they will not remain that cheap in the future. You have a massive opportunity right now to accumulate cryptocurrency that is actually going to be used in the future with various different platforms, from Cartesi to Solana to eGold. There's all types of different, and Ethereum as well, but Ethereum's higher up in price. Cardano, that's one of the ones that I basically said to buy at like 60 cents, and it pumped almost to $2 already. And it's going to continue going up when they actually launch their mainnet and smart contracts and everything. So there's all these different real platforms with actual real use cases. There's AI, cryptocurrency, AI-based cryptocurrency like Fetch. There's social media platforms that are going to be using cryptocurrency and social coins and everything, like my project Somi. And there's all types of different types of cryptocurrencies that you can actually put money into, and it's in the future. It's going to actually pay off as compared to just in putting your money into meme coins, where it's a gamble. It's a fucking gamble. I mean, if you want to put $500 into a meme coin, go for it. But if you're putting your whole fucking life savings into a meme coin, you're just fucking stupid. You could have put you could have put your money and split it off. You never want to put all your money into one basket. Like that's the thing. Like I got like $10,000 worth of like multiple different cryptos. I don't just put all fucking 100K or 200K, 300K, whatever it is, all in one cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but listen, Elon Musk just picked out a random coin, and he was always like known already for doing memes and things. So he picks out Dogecoin, because it's easy to manipulate for a billionaire like him. So yeah.
Well, yes and no. I mean, he said, if you listen to his interview that he just had with the whole Bitcoin conference, it was called the B Word, right? With Jack Dorsey and fucking Kathy, I can't remember her last name now, of Ark Invest. But basically, if you listen to what Elon said, he said that he chose Doge because he said, wouldn't it be ironic if the world's most popular cryptocurrency was the cryptocurrency that was started as a joke? Elon, like, what you gotta understand about Elon is he literally is on the autism spectrum. So things that he sees as funny is not actually funny to other people. And yeah, I mean, like, he thinks that it would be funny if the world's number one cryptocurrency was the one that was started as a joke. He doesn't see that if that did happen, all of crypto would be seen as a joke. But he said in his latest interview that he has more Bitcoin than he does Dogecoin or Ethereum. He also disclosed that he has Ethereum too. So he says that he wants Dogecoin to be number one as a joke, and he's a bit of a trolling person on social media. He's always been a troll. So, I mean, like, I fucking hate Elon, but at the same time, I mean, he is on the autism spectrum. So, it's at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like, should we hate somebody like him? Is it just, he is on the autism spectrum, so, I mean, do we give him a pass on some things?
So he's an example of like a major investor playing with coins. The good thing is he keeps attention to Bitcoin and to crypto, but it also is like a clear message that we need mass adoption of crypto. Because if it is only about the investors, then you can see how easy it still is to manipulate markets. They have just too much money compared to the total market value. I mean, Elon Musk is now about 200 billion in private value. He's the richest man in the world. It's too easy for a guy like that. if you look at the total value of the crypto market, I think it's like 1.5 trillion or something. He's like what 12.5%, 15% of the entire market. It's just him. If you would do it.
Let me see what the actual. Yeah, the global market cap is 1.58 trillion right now.
I did that without checking it, by the way. Just saying. So, yeah, it just shows how important it is to have mass adoption for cryptocurrency. Like, you need to actually have it go from the financial market into the real economy. That's two different things. There is a real economy and there is a financial economy. Like, many people think, like, for example, that bankers and stock market represent the real economy. They have nothing to do with it. Like, entirely, just completely separate. Like, the real economy doesn't care what currency there is. It is about needs people have. They need to eat every day. They need a place to sleep, right? You can drop all the money. You can drop the entire. You can drop the dollar. You can drop the euro. Everything. You can replace it with something new, as long as that real economy keeps going. Like, you just need something to trade with. So, whether that is a dollar or a euro or it's silver coins, maple leaves or whatever, or it is going to be a Bitcoin, that is the question. And if you make Bitcoin part of the real economy, there is investors don't really.
Bitcoin. Here's the thing: Bitcoin can never be used as a peer-to-peer digital cash because of the fees and because of the transaction volume cannot handle it. Bitcoin, I think it only does about 2 to 5 transactions per second, something like that. That's way too slow. Let me just look this up real quick. I want to make sure that I'm giving actual, real, factual information because I wasn't 100% sure how many transactions you could do with Bitcoin.
Yeah, but even in that case, you can even do like they do with the currency market again, right? You can fuck around with that. You can hand out leaflets that some bank that would distribute Bitcoin owes you a certain amount of Bitcoin, right? The same as like what they do with dollars.
That's derivatives, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah. Well, you can do derivatives, yeah, but it's not real Bitcoin. So
no, it's not. No, I know that.
If you don't own the fucking Bitcoin in your wallet and you can't, and you don't see the Bitcoin in your wallet that you have the private keys to control, you don't actually own the Bitcoin. But anyway, yeah. So it is. It's about between 3 to 5 transactions per second. 3 to 5 transactions per second plus the gas fees. The fees of a transaction for Bitcoin is not, and I repeat, not feasible. And I don't understand why people would be able to think that it is.
Well, we've seen that in the past when it was like super popular for a second, and transactions suddenly started taking days.
Well, that was 20K. Yeah, when we first hit 20K, the network was so congested that it was taking days for the transactions. Yes.
And also with the 50K, like last time, you sent me some funds for like a domain thing, right? And it took a week or something to try.
I used slow transact. I didn't pay for the extra fees and shit. I could have paid like $5 for a fee, but I'm just cheap. But yeah. I mean, I could have paid for a faster fee, but that's the reason why. I mean, you can pay for, say, like a $20 fee or $10 fee, whatever it is at the network time, and your transaction will go through faster. But again, I mean, that type of stuff, that's all stuff that normies are not going to do. They have no idea about it. They don't understand transactions. They just want it to fucking work, right? Just like your social media or your cell phone. You don't look to see how your cell phone works, right? You just use it because it works, right? So that's where Bitcoin is lacking in the UI UX department. Plus, the transaction speed is just way too slow. And people say that Lightning is going to fix that, but Lightning is so fucking buggy, and it requires you to have an open node and then the other person have an open node to even be able to use the Lightning network. So I don't see Lightning being very feasible. There's another alternative option to scale Bitcoin, which would be using the XRP network, which I didn't even realize could be done until actually today that I heard an interview from one of the XRP developers. And it makes sense, and they've already tested it, and using the XRP ledger, you would be able to scale Bitcoin, and it would be faster than it is now. And that might be the only option, to be honest, for right now, because with Lightning, like I said, it's just way too troublesome, and it just doesn't make sense. But as a store of value, Bitcoin is great, because there's only 21 million that'll ever be minted, and about 4 to 6 million is likely lost forever. There was recently a Bitcoin billionaire who was a loner, and he was found drowned in a lake or the ocean or something, and he did not provide his private keys to anybody. I can tell you that, because he was a very lone person. He didn't have any friends or anything. This guy, I mean, he had 1 million BTC. It's well known. He was one of the guys that had that much money. Was he drowned in the lake or drowned in the ocean? Who fucking knows? Because that's a possibility with money involved. If that guy holds 1 million Bitcoin, and all of a sudden his Bitcoin's being gone out of the market, will make the price go up. Somebody might want him dead, right? So who knows? But fact is, I mean, there's another 1 million out of circulation, so we have about 4 to 6 million Bitcoin that'll never be recovered. And as such, I mean, it's a very low supply of Bitcoin circulating also on exchanges as well. I mean, there's only, last time I looked, there was 2.45 million BTC on exchanges, and only 900 BTC is coming out a day for miners. So you do the math on that, on when we will hit supply shock, of when there'll be only 1 million BTC left on exchanges, or less.
Okay. So I see we have Tad in. I have a question for you, Tad. Would you switch to Bitcoin to buy chocolate milk if they give you 10% discount? That was a real question, by the way.
The real answer is no. The real answer is no, because if you're spending your Bitcoin, you're spending something that goes up in value for something that has no value.
Yeah. So in that,
I think chocolate milk has a lot of value, AK.
yeah, no, that's why I'm asking it, because okay,
you
so
drink it and it's gone.
yeah, but that's why I'm asking it, because why would you use it in the real economy then if it goes up in value all the time, right? You want to keep.
I didn't realize AK was such an anti-milkist.
It's about the chocolate, not just the milk.
Oh, maybe it is a racial thing. Maybe if the milk wasn't chocolate.
I am anti-milk. Because of how it's made.
That just sounds super far away. Like, is it just me or is it?
No, he sounds like he's in a fucking tunnel at the end of the tunnel, and he's just screaming in the microphone to say hello to us.
Are we interrupting your morning routine again, Ted?
It is morning here, yeah. I put the microphone a little bit more up. Is better?
Oh, it's kind of like still at the end of the tunnel, just 2 steps closer to us.
Yeah, really. By
Sounds fine.
By putting the microphone up, do you mean up your ass, or like where's the microphone right now?
The microphone is in my computer.
It's tucked into my belly button next to where I hide a little bit of my penis when I'm sitting up in an uncomfortable seat.
What?
Where do you put your microphone?
That right again?
Yeah.
What?
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 1, 2, 3. Test, testicle. 1, 2, 3, testicle.
Okay.
I heard testicles. That's all I heard. But oh wait, okay. I remember now. We all turned you down. That's what it was. We all turned you down because you were being very loud from when you were at work, and all we heard was static and like, yeah, it was really bad for our ears.
Oh, that's why I had no problem listening to you, because I didn't turn you down that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned him down all the way to like 20. So no wonder you sounded like a mouse that was in the end of a fucking tunnel trying to speak to us and squeak.
Captain says you have to put vodka in the chocolate.
Ew.
Ew. I mean,
Vodka chocolate milk? Are you trying to make yourself throw up?
I can see where that would work, but if I may make a suggestion, instead of vodka, rum.
actually, I did once drink chocolate milk, and after that, I drink alcohol, and I.
Puke.
Ugh. Never again.
Yeah, I can tell you why it does that too. You ready? Because the chocolate milk curdles your stomach, and then when you drink the alcohol, all that bubbles up inside and it...
Yeah, exactly. It was not a pretty sight.
Yeah, so don't mix milk and alcohol. So no glory, no rum and chocolate milk would not be a good idea. That would make you puke. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking that it has, like, kind of a similar deal as, like, rum chata. It's, like, the mix of rum and horchata. But it was just a thought.
And what is potato wine? Because Pam says that's divine.
Why?
You rhymed!
Don't they make vodka out of potatoes?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
That is the
thought
vodka.
Divine was Ted's buddy in the local league server.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
someone
too.
in the chat.
Well, how can Divine be
Hey,
potato wine? Did he just get a new nickname?
Robot him.
These are all difficult questions tonight.
Divine.
We're going deep on a Sunday night. Asking the
what
real
she said.
shit. It's true.
So someone asks, Navigator Ann asks, this is probably for AK, the guy who owned 1 million in Bitcoin, could he have willed it to someone else?
No, he's a loner. He was a big loner guy, and he was a Russian guy. There's some really suspicious stuff around that guy's death. That's besides that he drowned in the ocean or in a lake. I forget what it is, but he drowned, and you can look him up and everything. He was a billionaire in crypto. He's one of the few billionaires in crypto that actually held more than, I think it was 10,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, he's at one point in time he held, I think it was 1 million Bitcoin. So again, I mean these guys like him, they hold a lot of wealth in crypto, and this guy that just died, he was holding at least 10,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin, and that's a lot to knock off the market. And right now we have about, again, 2.45 million Bitcoin is only on exchanges. That might sound like a lot, but it's really not. So, I mean, we could witness a supply shock happen this year or next year, but everyone's buying up Bitcoin and saving it and holding it for years, not just selling it and for a short-term gain. So the more that somebody holds an asset, or the more people that hold an asset, I should say, the higher the price can go. And that's part of the reason why we were saying before that Bitcoin could go up to 200K, is because with the supply shock and with PayPal and others getting involved in crypto, they were buying up and still are buying up more Bitcoin than is being mined every day. So PayPal is buying up about PayPal and the institutional investors are buying up more than 900 BTC a day. And as such, they are now starting to dip into the actual circulating supply, as opposed to just buying from miners. Eventually, the institutional investors and all these big rich fucks, they're going to be buying directly from Bitcoin miners and not from the DCG or the Grayscale Trust or any of those. They are going to eventually get exposure into Bitcoin through actual physical Bitcoin and not these derivatives and ETF funds that are being set up. Because they're going to want to have actual physical Bitcoin to hold. And when that happens, there's only about roughly 16 million Bitcoin that can ever be bought. There's a total of 21 million, but roughly 16 million that is circulating that can be bought. So, there's still a remaining several million Bitcoin that has to be mined, but because of there only being 16 million Bitcoin, all the billionaires in the world and millionaires, they can't all own one Bitcoin. So it'll get very interesting very soon.
Okay.
There's some other topics here I have.
I want to. Okay, so this is a good one, because actually we talked about Elon Musk before, right? And we know that Super Anonymous released a message against Elon Musk before, but now we came across a video.
Supernon.
We came across a video from anonnews.co again, or at least it was uploaded by another Anon, but it had to do with anonnews.co, and it was actually a pro Assange video. Like a free Assange video.
That's new.
Yeah. It was actually a really good video too.
And then it endorsed their cryptocurrency at the end, right?
No, it was actually talking about how the entire world is fucked up and all these things. I should probably play the video.
Well, that's not news. We know that for several years now.
Just can't play the last 2 seconds, or else we'll get a copyright.
Yeah, we will definitely get a copyright strike.
Oh my god. Fucking wow. Can't believe that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to play Nutley there.
Do you really want to give them some exposure with this thing?
It's not their own channel and not their Facebook page or whatever either. It is uploaded by someone else who seems to be like a legitimate Assange supporter, because this entire YouTube channel is only filled with Assange stuff, and it's not really like anything on non-news.co either. Just this specific video has all the stuff in it. It is probably the original is from news.co, but so I'm going to push it to the traffic to this channel, which is not them. I think it's not them.
You think it isn't?
It's a small channel, but yeah, maybe it is actually. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys too. Hey, I've nothing bad to say about the video itself, though. I mean,
Are you actually gonna play it?
I'll play it. Let's see if I can actually.
Yes.
I mean, if you're not gonna play it, I have an actual topic. It's pretty interesting.
No. I promised I would talk about this a bit to Assange supporters. So here, this is it. I posted it in the general chat.
Mhm.
I'm going to play it for you listeners. I'm going to download it real fast from the YouTube and play it then from directly from my computer. So give me a second for that.
Yeah, shit. But, stupid computer. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just arguing with my computer.
I do that too sometimes.
Only if your computer comes back alive and starts arguing with you, then you have a problem.
Oh, my computer just randomly stops. Discord drops out too these days.
Oh, did you play the message from Super Anonymous?
I'm still downloading it. I don't want to.
Oh lordy!
Oh lord.
All right.
You know what?
Here's the-
As far as their catalog goes, top 10.
Definitely.
Their catalog.
Yeah.
Oh god. So here's another story. Great Pyramid-sized asteroid to fly close to Earth. So this is very interesting.
Don't those stories come along like every 5 months, though?
Well, this
Can
one.
we get an asteroid shaped like a Great Pyramid?
Well, this one. This
Wouldn't
one.
that, like, corroborate all the Anunnaki stories and, like, Nibiru return and whatnot, if it was what pyramid shape?
Well, no, this is Great Pyramid sized, not fucking. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Lame dick asteroid.
Anyway, this is one of the ones where they've actually said it was potentially hazardous and could hit the Earth. And then they say that, but it is expected to fly safely without impacting the planet. So it could hit the Earth, but it is expected to fly safely without impacting.
Maybe.
In the positive side, we are ready to get rid of COVID then. If it hits the Earth.
The asteroid
That's a
will have died
fucking
of
bad
COVID
word,
if it
goddammit.
hits the Earth.
Ah, sorry. It's early in the morning. Oh, go! Okay. No!
What the fuck? Who is the Homer Simpson fucking soundboard, dude? Like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my
You have a
god.
soundboard over there?
Did you get a soundboard?
We got this right here.
Was that not a soundboard?
No,
Keep up,
that was
guys.
just a clip on YouTube, like this one too.
Here's a Homer Simpson doll.
If you
He's
play
got
a
it right
fucking
next-
theme song, we're getting banned.
Don't do anything copyrighted. Don't play anything copyrighted. Especially not
Oh,
Fox News copyrighted. That's not going to work.
Yeah, Fox don't play.
No. And I see we have one dislike, so that person might report us to Fox. Just saying.
Who the fuck disliked us? I can see it, but
I'm gonna be the second dislike. Just kidding.
That would be ironic if you went and disliked us because you're a part of the panel. So you know.
He was kidding. He would never do
So this asteroid, right? They're saying the danger of the asteroid still remains among the worst possible natural disasters that could happen to the planet. as mankind does not have much in the way of combating them.
Sorry, Cap2 will always reply to you, don't worry. I mentioned your stuff on the air about the what kind of chocolate milk.
What?
I'm reading the chat. Okay.
What chocolate milk?
Once upon a time, I liked White Russians too. For the Rockfin chat. And like, I never had the aviation cocktail though.
And who is the White Russian? It's,
A White Russian is vodka, milk,
oh!
or
That's
vodka, Kahlua, ice, and Coke. Right?
Ew.
God damn it! Don't look at me like that. Vodka, Kahlua, ice. Is that it?
Ew.
Oh, that's what I said. Milk.
No, and I haven't seen an asteroid going down yesterday. I haven't seen it. I heard about it though.
What?
The navigator Anne asked, you live around where that asteroid went down yesterday. I haven't seen it no.
An asteroid went down yesterday? Well, that's not good.
Yeah, he almost died. He didn't even know
That
about it.
asteroid's a whore.
Wait, you almost died?
We all almost died. An asteroid crashed, but we didn't even know about it.
It's fucked up.
It's the,
Are you being serious? Or are you
Yeah, that's
being-
serious.
What went down yesterday? I haven't.
What the fuck? Where can I read about this?
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm seriously curious because that's interesting. One of these fucking times it's gonna hit. Like, it can't keep missing, man. Like, we've missed too many of them.
Well, the Earth is like a shooting range, right? One time you're gonna hit.
Basically.
Yeah, it was 11 hours ago. The meteor lights up the night sky over Norway. It was actually Norway, so that's not Netherlands. It's pretty far away from here. Just saying.
Well, that's a meteor. That's an asteroid. That's a different size.
Still, no, you know, Norway, if it's big enough, if it hits, we will notice it too.
Yeah, we could have all been dead and we didn't know about it.
Well, I mean, which will happen first, though? An asteroid will actually hit the Earth. The sun will expand into the red giant and do that whole thing and that. Or Yellowstone supervolcano will erupt.
You forgot number 4.
Oh, that's Yellowstone glory. In Italy, there is also a super volcano.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
true.
another supervolcano then. So
Don't
which
believe in
one? So
Yellowstone.
which
Yellow-
catastrophic disaster will happen first?
Well, you forgot number 4. Number 4 would be that the world governments get into a nuclear war and send nukes at each other.
You know what? That one's looking the
Number
most
5.
likely right now.
Number 5, the ice caps will melt and we will all drown.
Alright, that one.
Number 6, we reach the singularity and AI determines that we are the problem.
Yeah. I'll be back.
I'm pretty sure we're close to that one too. To be honest, I mean,
According to Kurzweil, yeah.
Hey guys, we have to now. We need to give a shout out to the stop line 3.
Aaron!
We have to give Terrence, we have to give a shout out to stop line 3, and the hashtag water is live. Water protectors, because they have like a complete media blackout, right?
Mhm. And they're being arrested right now, I think, or at least that's what some videos are showing. They're showing a lot of like standoffs with the cops and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
yes,
and where is
That's,
this?
yeah, alien invasion. That's
The
also
line
possible.
3 protests.
In Minnesota.
Oh, I didn't even know what was going on. To be honest.
See, that's the thing, because there's a complete blackout. Yeah.
Is Terrence down there? Is that what he's saying?
Pretty sure he's going down there.
Terrence,
I don't know. I won't say anything.
just check his Twitter. You know how to find Terrence Twitter, and he posts about this stuff all day. So.
I would love to be able to check his Twitter, but he's more censored than I am, and that's saying something.
Yeah, there's a reason he got censored.
Yep.
Well, he kept on during the whole CV thing. He kept on posting videos directly out of China, as I was. I got banned for it. Like they banned my account for posting those videos, and then gave me back my account. And I was a little bit suspicious. So I was like, all right, well, you guys gave me back my account, but doesn't fully function.
Look, I can't even tag him in pictures or anything. I always want to tag him in stuff, but his name doesn't even show up. So obviously, Terrence Daniels. You try to find Terrence Daniels on the Twitter, or hashtag Water is Live. I mean, check out that, because he seriously got censored. So he's got some important shit to say. That's all I can say about it.
I found one of Terrence's tweets. I put it in the chat. He said Indigenous people in Minnesota get arrested for protesting the Line 3 pipeline at Red Lake Treaty Camp. This land belongs to the Indigenous people, and the Line 3 pipeline will have serious long-term effects on the environment. Hashtag Stop Line 3.
What is his?
If you look at stuff with that tag.
What is his actual handle? That's what you should be giving, because I can't even find him myself.
Terrence_STR. So
STR in caps. And I put the tweet in the chat too.
Yeah, so
I saw.
that is TERRENCE_STR. We should probably bring him in soon to talk about his his live stuff, because.
Yeah, he should come.
Yeah, Terrence, it's been a minute.
Wait, I will post it in the general chat. Damn it! Why can I post? Come on!
I can't even find his. I can't even find that post that you just read.
Yeah.
Okay, I put it in the general chat.
Oh, I'm in the. Oh,
On
alright.
YouTube.
No, I was in the fucking
Yeah.
Catalonia room.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, I found him.
Apparently, I'm following him.
Yeah, we all do, but his tweets just don't show up. I
We
mean,
just don't know it.
yeah.
That's kind of weird, because normally I always see the tweets, but this one I didn't see.
There's a number of people who've told me they have my tweets set to push notifications and they never see what I post.
Yeah.
Stupid Twitter.
And they unfollow us from each other too.
Yeah, the weird thing is, I put myself in like the shadow ban site, and I'm always completely shadow banned. But today I checked it on another site, and like literally there's this whole network of people around us. They're all shadow banned. Like this is an entire.
What is this other site? Because I want to run my account through it.
Yeah, I'll check the site. 1 second, I have to find it because GB sent it to me. I have to check it.
But yeah, so I just documented that, and it says that I'm not following Terrence, even though I am.
What the hell?
Nice.
Yeah, that always happens for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes even the staff of Twitter's doing really shady shit, right?
Go look at my alt account or my backup account, and then look at the header image. The header image is the inside of their control panel.
Well, I'll give you a conspiracy theory about this Twitter thing and the whole oil thing. One of the largest shareholders is the state of Saudi Arabia. Their Arab oil sheikhs are involved with Twitter, and they probably don't like the whole protesting against oil pipelines so much and stuff. So yeah.
Sorry for that. My alarm went off. Soon it will be time for my morning routine.
Of course. I'm posting that site, by the way, in the chat now, okay? I had to get it from my twatters.
Oh snap! This one is this is from yesterday. Breaking pullback of line 3 under the Willow River stopped. Why? Because water protectors crawled into a pipeline segment and locked to each other to protect the water for future generations. We take these actions out of necessity. I know, there's some big stuff. It's not getting much coverage, so thanks for coming in with that, Terrence.
Yeah, we should let him on the show. We can tell us about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is he in the server? Mark?
Yeah.
He's in the server, so he can just jump on if he wants to.
Been on here tons of times.
Yeah.
That's up to him, but otherwise we can make like a special about it, right? This might be better.
That too.
I don't think he's back. I don't think he's in the YouTube chat anymore, so probably not.
Yeah, I think he just wanted us to pop in and boost. That's cool. Oh, Steve, Kathy Vogan Films is in the chat asking if you can post the link to Daniel Hale's letter to the judge.
Yeah, I thought I dropped the I got it from a Shadowproof article. I'll drop that again. I thought I did that. I don't know. It's been a long day.
The
Show number
YouTube
3.
chat?
Maybe not. I don't know if I got it over into the YouTube or not. Hang on, here it is.
Oh, I think you might have. Let me get the...
Yeah, good idea, Mark. I'm reading the chat as well, so I saw what Mark wrote.
Okay.
By the way, Mark, why did you ask me what, how many
There we
accounts I
go.
have?
Yeah, I'm not saying that on air.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's private stuff. I will explain to you later.
Okay.
You know what, as well, doing a separate episode about that line 3 stuff, it'll be a good chance to talk about all the problems with human trafficking around pipelines specifically, but in the indigenous community at large, because that really doesn't get talked about enough. And, you know, there's already so much to talk about, but yeah, it's one of the things that doesn't get talked about enough.
You mean oil execs? Human trafficking?
Yeah, well, especially the entire series of missing, murdered, and indigenous women, like that whole thing.
In Canada?
Well, in Canada, in New Mexico, it's a big problem. Shout out Shadow Band Refugee, one of our fams. And he talks about the problems with that around like Albuquerque and the indigenous community in New Mexico. And then there's also the what's it? I forgot the name of the phenomenon itself, but the missing, murdered girls that show up around the Mexican border and around like Ciudad Juarez and that. So yeah, that whole thing really, the whole phenomenon around the Americas doesn't get talked about enough.
There's a tunnel that runs under a certain Texas house. I'll just say that much about it. You can probably Google it and you can find it yourself. but the things I know about it are legitimate. And this guy who was talking about it, he said that basically he was shot at under his floorboards, which didn't make sense to most people. But his story is legitimate, and there's a huge tunnel network that runs, and it's a human trafficking tunnel network. Yeah, I mean, there's so much surrounding this, like I said, oil execs and human trafficking. Very common, very very common that a lot of these oil execs are, for whatever reason, surrounding human trafficking and stuff like that. I don't know if it's more like escort stuff or like what it is, but it's very well known. And there's a certain town where it was very, very widespread.
So you guys, I posted it in the Discord chat, and I'm showing it on the air now too.
Anyhow,
trouble detected on this account.
Yeah, so you can see now this. Okay, so in the, I'm just explaining it for the listeners. So in the middle you can see me with the little yellow square, and you can see the people around me, like Security Council, Free Assange Now, You're None Podcast, Terrence, You're None Riots, the Idealist. They're all shadow banned.
phew, I'm not on it.
Don't see me though on there.
No,
I
that
don't
means
see me.
no, that means that you are not that close connected to my account, in that sense. So
That doesn't make sense.
now this is what the system detects, but at least these people are shadow banned. So you can see like how Twitter is doing
What's
it.
that website so I can actually look at it myself?
I posted that already in the chat. You can already check it.
You did? Where?
In the general chat.
It's in between the tweets I posted about the Stop Line 3 protest. So you can scroll up a bit.
So these are like, according to this website, these are accounts closest to me. Most of it is true. This is a good site, but you can see what specific users are shadow banned.
Still running the test.
Yeah, you can type your own account in. It takes a little while for it to finish.
Okay.
What? Who's ban.eu.org? Why are they all EU sites? The fuck?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably the same guy behind the shadowban.eu.
Yeah, I think I prefer this one to Shadowban EU though, because Shadowban EU will say your account is fine when in reality you know it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take everything.
Outdated.
Yeah, it doesn't take everything into. It doesn't account for everything.
Anyhow, did you download the video, Mark?
Yeah, I do have it.
Oh wow, yep, I'm Shadowbanned. Hey, what? Saying Steve's not Shadowbanned? What is this?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay, so but this thing, so the thing with that you're not getting notifications when someone releases something, that is not what the site can calculate. It only shows that what the system can see in, like, okay, so you make a search for this. What shadowban.eu does, for example, is if you log out of Twitter and then you type in from and then an account name, then if you see any tweets. So, and then in your case, then it does show some tweets, but of course it says nothing about if your friends get notifications when you release something. I mean, it doesn't calculate that. It's not.
Okay, wait, hold up. I think this one might be I like it better than the shadow ban EU, but it might be a bit broken because it's saying that Ryan Christian isn't shadow banned.
Oh, that's funny.
Saying who's not?
Ryan is
Shadow?
off and on a shadow ban. Ryan.
Yeah. But Terrence and Libby shows up as shadow banned for me.
Pasta doesn't show up as... I'm sorry, Magnus doesn't show up as shadow banned for me. Either does Mad Mom.
There's
Lauren Steiner isn't showing up as shadow banned for me. Not
Or
surprising.
Teddy.
Oh, you can test it.
OT.
You can
Or
test it.
Sky.
there's
Yeah,
diff-
right.
there's different types of shadow banning, and this only checks for certain different things. I haven't looked into what it checks for, but I'm guessing it checks for searching for your name and whether you come up in the search.
Yeah, and then these people, they do come up in the search by the system. So in that sense, they're not shadow banned. But it says, of course, nothing about like if your friends get notifications when you release something, and it says also nothing about Twitter saying you're not following someone, for example. That's all kind of
Yeah.
weird stuff. It doesn't determine that. But you can test it if you're shadow banned. You log out of Twitter and you do a search for your own tweets. If it shows up in the search, in the Twitter search, without being logged in. If you're logged in, you will see it, and also you will see the tweets of your friends. But can you still see it when you're logged out? And that is like what this system does. It uses that search query. So the logged out search query. That's how it checks the shadow ban.
So mine is stuck at 30 out of 33, and it's not finishing now.
And also, we don't know how Twitter works with, like, maybe they ban specific people at specific times or big events, and suddenly you're shadow banned, right? That's what also happened. In my case, happened in the past during ACTA 2. It happened during Assange trial and Assange events.
All of us got censored during the Assange trial. Unity4J's account got taken down. I got taken out. You got censored. ABV got suspended. Fucking everything. Everybody got attacked with that. Like, insane. Man.
Mine it says with shadow ban EU, it is not shadow banned.
Yeah, so in my case, I don't care if I'm shadow banned now. I am obviously violating the rules, and I don't care about that. I do that on purpose.
No
So
search ban, no ghost ban, no reply deboosting.
What is a goose ban?
ghost ban is that you're not showing up at all in any way.
No. I was fucking with him because he said it with an accent, like a heavy accent, and it sounded like he said goose.
There's no goose chasing me.
I was only fucking with you.
You're making fun of Dutch people like all the time.
Well, F you.
Why isn't this finished? It's not finishing, Mr. Lubbers. It's just hanging there.
Maybe it's overloaded because you all guys are all doing it at the same time.
That's probably it. Like, oh damn, we got the ABB crew checking us out. Man, this is
Everything
too much.
crashes.
Oh
So
fuck, man! I wanted to see too.
It'll finish. Don't worry.
No, it
I wonder if I
won't.
can try AKs for him. Let me get his at here.
Type in the censored card.
It's not even fucking finishing. It's just stuck at 30 out of 33.
Okay, well, so in my case, I'm fine with it. I am following the rules, and I know I'm doing that. But for your guys' sake, you shouldn't be shadow banned at all. Like right now, I'm following the rules to restore my new account to the size my old account had. So I know that I'm violating things, but the fact that they are censoring normal users is a very different story. shouldn't happen.
I have to.
Wait. So is this a confession that you're not following the rules, Mr. Lubbers?
No, I'm not, because they killed my other account when I was not violating the rules. So now I'm violating the rules, and yeah, fine with me.
I saw
It's a
that
spirit.
the Local League's 2013 account has reply deboosting.
Yeah, that's what also happens. That yeah, your replies don't show up. Like the reply deboosting means that your reply will show below someone's tweet saying like few more replies, including offensive tweets, and then they can see your reply. So they won't normally see it.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Twitter.
That will last forever, by the way. That can last years. This thing.
Allison Mason is shadow banned. Damn. That actually explains a lot.
But strangely enough, with my main account, that nothing at all. And I post a lot of things about free Assange and all kinds of stuff, you know.
Well, you're sticking to the rules then. Like if you if you use more than 2 hashtags, for example, they don't like that. Stick to like 2 hashtags.
How many do you want? Because sometimes I post so many.
in the same tweet, or
Yeah.
okay, that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah,
You have
they
to be
hate us
careful.
with the tweet storms.
Yeah, that's how they killed my account. Just saying. They said it was they said it was manipulating hashtags. Just saying.
Were you using hashtags that weren't related to your tweet storm?
No, I was only doing we are all Assange and mixing it up with sometimes with Assange, and then I did another tweet saying like we are all Assange and mixing it up with free Assange.
Are you sure you weren't touching their trending hashtags?
I did that in the past.
Yep.
I was.
Confession.
I didn't have that big an account.
I was catching Black Friday, for example, saying people going out for Black Friday while Assange is locked up and stuff. Can't receive any presents.
Exactly. Yeah, you're manipulating the app. Yep.
Yeah, you have to do something. It was worth
Why
it.
does it sound so dirty? You're manipulating hashtags.
Ooh.
I used multiple accounts to manipulate hashtags, so that's why they killed like 15 accounts.
Multiple
Of mine.
accounts.
They took out like 50.
AK, I typed your name into this thing, and you're right. It's stuck at 30 out of 33.
I told you.
So high profile can't even be checked, this guy.
It's stuck. It won't go past 30 out of 33. I'm telling you.
You should technically not even be on Twitter, AK. Because your previous account was removed. You're not allowed, just like me. We are persona non grata, just saying.
Oh, I've already had a conversation with Twitter about that. In their email.
Twitter's most wanted, right? Twitter's most
No,
wanted.
I literally told them. No, I literally told them that I made a new account because you suspended my old account for no fucking reason.
I'm
Well-
gonna try something, AK.
I will try to
Back
get the
in,
old one back though, again.
Back in 2012, I was banned a few times. They shut down my account. That was during the whole Steubenville case.
Yeah.
For some reason, they found it funny to remove my account several times. But I got it back. By the way, that's the same account that I'm using now. With it's my main account.
I told Twitter I would play nice and that I wouldn't be mean to people. They made me literally promise that I wouldn't aggressively tweet at other people to get my account back. That was how I got my account back.
Did you cross your fingers when you promised?
No, I'm not going to aggressively tweet at people from this account. I will use the other account.
Of course.
No, honestly, like I don't really give a shit about drama or anything anymore. And like somebody comes to me with drama, I'm just like, no, not replying.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Wait.
So was anyone able to check AK's Twitter status?
So I'm
No,
still
it's-
stuck.
Mine is still stuck too. And I know it worked because it ran it for mine. Wait,
I was
but since it
checking
doesn't work for a non-AK knowledge, but it's working for censored AK.
Yeah,
Right
well,
on
that's a backup account. This isn't this account isn't supposed to exist. It's
Yeah.
like basically it was deleted and then put back.
Well, yep, your backup account is shadow banned too, AK. I'm sure you saw that coming.
Oh, I knew that one. I knew that one was shadow banned. But this one, it's like in the void.
I was checking at POTUS, no shadow ban.
I'm really not surprised.
Yeah.
Well, at POTUS is not Trump anymore. It's now the new POTUS, who's Biden. So
Can
know.
never be banned.
yeah, you should check the at real Donald Trump and see what happens there.
Oh yeah, good idea. Wait.
Oh, at free commander X _ is shadow banned.
Right.
Yeah.
Now why won't mine finish?
I'll try yours.
You can try, but I think it's gonna get stuck too, because so did mine.
At real Donald Trump is suspended. Shh. It says.
Well, that's accurate. So we know it's accurate. We just know that it cannot find me.
Yeah, no, it's still stuck on 30 out of 33. Yo.
Maybe we should send thought to them. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Maybe I should leak some government documents.
Yeah, it's forever shadow ban, AK.
I know. That's why I said I might as well just fucking do it, dude. Oh, the things that I have. In other news, deadly untreatable fungus is resistant to all medication is spreading rapidly.
Okay.
We all gonna die? Well, only the US. So apparently there's a deadly fungus that is spreading rapidly around the US. And it first started in a care home in DC. This is what we were talking about before, Steve. Last week.
I always found the US a little bit moldy.
Where did it hang for you guys at AK?
Well, apparently, with this fungus, it was apparently reported first in a Washington, D.C. care home, and it has now been reported in 2 hospitals in Dallas, Texas. And they said that this is a harmful form of yeast, and it's considered extremely dangerous to hospitals and to elderly patients with serious medical problems, and there is no cure or medicine for treating this. And it's most deadly when it enters the bloodstream, heart, or brain.
So, stay away from that brain yeast. Anonymous bites back elderly viewers.
So apparently, no, this isn't just elderly people, but it's very deadly to elderly people. But, so apparently it's a superbug, as they've designated it, saying that It's infections can't be fought against with commonly used drugs, and these drugs had little effect when they tried to combat it.
Okay, AK, we're on 30 out of 33 now for your account. Is that where you guys hang to, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and it's gonna stay stuck there.
That is really weird.
It's really not.
He's like Neo from the Matrix.
I am.
Untraceable.
I hold a lot of information.
I think this means that 3 of the accounts can't be checked. They're somehow, yeah, off limits. Because it checks, I think, 33 accounts in the whole list.
I don't think that's what it is, but maybe.
I can count them, but I'm thinking like, you see that little graph, I think it has 33 accounts in it. And I can't find 3 of the accounts, like 3 of the are off limits. I think. But this is a theory, I don't know.
Well, that's very interesting. That would happen to me, and only me.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Protect your VIP, team!
I'm going to post a link in the chat, guys. You can check off your own account on for the twatters.
Yes, for the twatters.
Twatters. Well, I'm not that active anymore on Twitter. Actually, I'm mostly on Discord now.
I'm really happy that Prezi Fun didn't follow me, Night Me. It's really a big honor.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just replying to people in the chat. Someone is new to our show, and because they saw a post from Censored Lovers, probably that Mark guy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Prezi
yeah.
Fun.
I don't know.
Apparently-
I wouldn't click on anything that guy posts.
I don't know about that Mark guy.
Apparently, this guy Mark. Apparently, he's a federal contractor. According to this guy that was just talking to me.
I saw that. Like,
and he thinks that Tyler is also Mark, and on top of that, he claims to be one of the founders of GhostSec, which I was one of the founders. So
yeah, he keeps attacking GhostSec too, right? I mean, like, what the fuck?
that's fine, man. It doesn't fucking exist anymore. Nobody's there. Like, what? You're attacking. You're literally attacking a ghost because it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think it's actually him either. I think it's someone who cloned his account to create like fights for this guy. So I'm just saying.
Well, maybe, I guess, but I mean,
Because he's like literally every single person he's tagging, he's attacking them. Every single person.
I saw that. I was just like, what the fuck kind of drugs are you like? How much like fucking crack did you smoke, or like what did you do, man? Like, I mean, you think you're the founder of GhostSec or one of the founders of GhostSec, and that never happened, and then you're saying Mark is an informant and he has a contract with the feds. I mean,
Yeah.
all this other shit. I mean, like he said so much crazy shit in that thread. I was just laughing. I was just
Yeah,
like,
Tyler was trying to like answer him and saying like, because the guy kept saying Tyler was me too, and then
Yeah.
Tyler said like, just ask Lennox and that I'm not him, and then he said like, why would I ask that informant Lennox who put people in jail?
yeah. And then he tagged me and then said, fine, ask AK. I saw that shit. I was like,
By the
what?
way,
Just drunk as fuck, that guy.
Mark, did you see in my general chat in my server, Boxstar CDC? I want to talk to a real anon. Is there such a thing?
I talked to Boxer already. He already messaged me.
I mean, is there such a
Talk to
thing?
a real anon.
Boxer. Okay. So Boxer was being attacked by Crow on Twitter and stuff, and he finally handled it a bit, and now he wanted to do like a live chat, and we should broadcast it. So probably tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
What is up with everyone circle jerking fucking drama?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been really really weird the last few weeks. It's like everyone is making like fights with each other and yeah.
Actually, the reason why I left Anonymous, because of the fights, internal fights. Because
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, well, there's now
Because
these kind of people. They come to Twitter and they start tagging like bigger accounts in and create like fights just to get followers on their own account.
Yeah, true.
Now later on they delete their stuff again, their tweets, etc. And then they kept the followers, right? That's what they do. So yeah, I don't know.
It's a circle jerk.
I don't know, fuck man. Like
I mean, if you have a real fucking beef with somebody, like, for a real reason, it's one thing, but if it's just, like, bullshit, you know.
popularity facts.
well, this guy he called me like this guy goes. I think I have like that me and George have like an infosec contract.
Yeah, what the fuck is an infosec contract? I'd love to know what that actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you have a, informational security contract. What? Like, what the fuck, dude? How
I'm
much-
fine with it. Like I mean, we've been accused of almost everything in the past, like the craziest shit. So it's all fine, but it's like I can't even explain it. Like an infosec contract. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that I used to be called a CIA agent and then just made a fake CIA badge. Which is illegal, by the way, which is why I did it, because it was like, alright, so if you're gonna call me a CIA agent, alright, I'm gonna break the law and say that I'm a CIA agent with a fake badge.
The only badge that I have is a press pass. That's the only badge that I have.
Yeah, but that guy also said like we were like promoting Anon Ops, but we have never promoted Anon Ops on this entire show. Like
No,
I don't get it, where does he get it even?
We have, actually, we have said multiple times that Ananops is, very suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not going back to Anon Ops after the whole Sabu shit. We can't hang around on those places. And also, they don't allow Tor in, for example. Like they don't allow .onion to hide your identity, except when you ask permission in some special little server or whatever.
Yep.
So that is super
Fuck
shady.
that special little server, because guess what? Special little server there grabs your IP. No thanks. Here's the thing, like, if you're gonna do something that is illegal and you need permission from another person and they're trying to get you to give up your identity in some type of way, like, you better run for the fucking hills.
Oh, this is interesting. Indeed, I see my I clicked the link that Mark wrote, and I see indeed that there are a few around me shadow banned.
Yeah.
Anonymous Palace 2. I see knowledge.
But has mine finished yet? No,
No.
it's still 30 out of 33. I'm still looking at it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, but
finish.
I see you around me as shadow banned. Assange home. Your podcast.
You see me as shadow ban?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay. So that's confirmation there, but I want to know why it doesn't finish. What are they doing that makes it so it's not going to finish? No?
Reporting your account.
Recording it?
I don't know.
You said recording or reporting?
Yeah. Your Twitter handle just sent off a bunch of alarms.
No, I really do feel like everything is being recorded on that account. That's
Wait,
why
I gotta post it.
that's why I've been a very good boy.
Yeah, I have no explanation for this stuff. Actually, I just found this site was just sent to me today, so I don't have any knowledge about it. GB sent it, aka GB. So he apparently is.
Right.
Yeah. I made a screenshot of that picture. And I put it in the channel chat. You can see what I see when I check my account. I see you too, Mark.
See what I see.
See, Sense of Lovers. I see you too.
Yeah, but I know why I'm shadow banned now. So, but for me it doesn't matter. But I see all these other people who I don't think should be shadow banned.
They're
It
just
says I'm not.
Yeah, but like you,
Yeah,
but with your accounts,
Even
they're doing
though
different stuff.
mine says I am.
Yeah, but for your accounts, they're doing different methods. Like they're not like showing updates at your friends when you post something. That's one thing. And also that people will see that you're not following them, for example. That's another thing. While you are following them, so that those are like all these methods that can.
Oh, that's probably why it can't complete the 30 out of 33.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Because they're constantly unfollowing people from me.
Yeah. So those are other methods we can't check with any sites. Like we don't have methods for that yet. So you can only see if you like show up in the search and stuff. Like yeah.
We could have somebody code it up and actually do a real like check. I mean, well, dependent. I mean, it depends on how open the API is. If it's not that open, I mean, then you would obviously be breaking Twitter rules by doing it. But you would be able to actually code up a real check on being shadow banned. It is doable.
Is there a legitimate free anti-spyware software someone might be able to recommend? Night Me is asking.
On what OS?
I guess that's to do with the whole Pegasus thing, right? And Toka thing. Everyone's scared now.
Yeah, but that's not gonna do anything.
But yeah, I got also unknown knowledge, just 30 out of 33.
Yeah, it won't
And
finish.
that's stuck.
It's not gonna finish ever.
I will leave it running, you know. Who knows? Maybe it will finish someday. Let me finish. Let me finish.
I can't really help either with that. I'm not using anything Windows Night Me. I don't know. I used to do like long ago when I used Windows. I used Hitman Pro. I like that.
But that's not gonna detect like state malware.
No.
There was an old malware state malware scanner that I don't even think that's updated either. That was released under the era of Edward Snowden. I can't remember what it's called, but you can try and Google and look for it.
You could, I guess, you could manually check if you're being spied on by using things like Wireshark. See the incoming and outgoing traffic from your computer.
Yeah, that's for the computer. That's not your phone. Is there a Wireshark for the phone?
Yeah, there is. There's. It's also possible for the phone.
There's probably an alternative for Wireshark for the phone, but as far as I know, there's not a Wireshark for Android or iOS.
I know a honeypot technique. I know a honeypot technique. I explained it to you before, okay?
Yeah, but don't say that on the fucking air, because then it won't work anymore.
Okay.
Then they'll fucking find an exploit around it. Like, come on. Like, that's like the time fucking NN Central tweeted out how to get past fucking paywalled articles. Like, for fuck's sakes, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was with the JavaScript disabled and stuff. Yeah, well, no, but this had, yeah, well, this honeypot.
No, it's inspect element. All you do is just, you do inspect element. You used to inspect element and then remove the code for the actual block.
Oh, yeah.
But now they fixed it because fucking NN Central put it out there and then it was everywhere in every fucking media in a matter of like a few days. And it was in the New York Times, it was in the fucking... It's everywhere. Every fucking where. And we fixed it.
Well, my honeypot technique will catch any pig spying on you. Guarantee it.
I'm checking the other account, Local League 2013. Let me see what comes up with that.
I have a good way to catch people, and basically it's set up a software firewall inside a virtualware virtualware. Oh my god, virtual machine box. So basically, you set up your firewall as a software, and then you use that software firewall to go back to either your home machine or another virtual machine. So you would also have to always run your virtual firewall, but virtual firewall will catch every fucking IP that comes in, and you'll see a full log of it. And using a software firewall as compared to just a hardware firewall with like a router or modem or anything like that, there's a lot more advantages to using a software firewall that is a dedicated software firewall. So I'm not talking about like Komodo or using, although Komodo is good for Windows, I'll give you that. But yeah, using your own software firewall and setting it up and everything in a virtual box, and then using the virtual box of using the IP of the virtual box and bouncing that to either your home PC or another virtual box machine, and then going out to the internet. But what? Is this too difficult?
No. The result came in from the account Local Leagues 2013. A lot of shadow banned around that account. A lot.
I thought I was being too difficult. All right. So anyway, you use a virtual box firewall. You set that up and bounce it back into your next virtual machine or back to your regular machine, whatever it may be. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to set this up, but basically, you use that container of the virtual box as your firewall, and it'll catch every single IP that comes in, or wants access to your computer, or all those things. And that's like the most secure way to do it, is using an actual software firewall. So you just spin up a software firewall that is just specifically designed as a software firewall. It's usually built on Linux. And you bounce that connection to your next virtual box, and then inside your virtual box you have Tor and a VPN. I mean, I'm not giving any more than that.
Well, you just gave like a tutorial that I'm not sure if anyone can just do that, but
Oh yeah, full tutorial on how to actually be invisible on the internet by AK.
okay. Well, I'm going to just give my honeypot technique to you.
No! Shut up! What I said can't be exploited.
Okay.
Satire.
Okay, if you want to know it, you can always DM. You know where to find me. Okay, I'm not allowed to do it publicly. AK just stopped me, so whatever.
You're not allowed to do it publicly because if you give the fucking information, it'll be irrelevant, and it's actually a smart idea, but the way I'm doing it is the same, kind of similar to yours, but it's actually using a virtual box. And because it's using a virtual box, they would have to exploit both the virtual box firewall and then get into the system. And by the time you exploit the virtual box, I mean, it's obvious that the virtual box is being exploited, right? So you can just pull the plug on the Ethernet.
Anyhow, time for my daily routine, so I'm gonna take you in the shower, but I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh my god.
I gotta take you in the shower.
Jeez.
Time for my daily routine. I gotta take you in the shower. So are you taking the entire audience in the shower with you?
So he said I'll mute you but he did not say that he would mute us. So Ted really wants our voices with him when he's in the shower.
He's right. No, he's right. He did say that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I am so glad that he's not singing like Nickelback or some shit.
See, the thing is, ABB is so crazy that we've had somebody robbed on the show. Now we have somebody in the shower on the show.
Yeah, you know what? Ted's morning routine is by far not the craziest thing that's happened on this show.
Yeah, I wasn't here for it, but apparently Tyler got robbed on the show and was apparently talking to the robber while on the air. I really want to hear the episode, but Lubbers can't find it.
I know, I want to see the episode.
Yeah, but it's like because we didn't give it any names. We only used numbers back then. Like I don't know who ever came up with that idea, but I kind of just.
You gotta
It
do
was
both.
probably you. It was probably you that came up with the numbers.
Well, it's not me. I
Right.
wasn't even called Lovers back then. It was Tyler was doing the streams early on. I wasn't even going on air. I was keeping completely hidden.
Completely hidden, huh?
I went on. Sometimes I went on as John Doe. Just saying.
John Joe.
John Doe.
John Doe, man, like John Doe.
That's why Tyler sometimes still calls me John on air randomly. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, true. He does, yeah, he does say that. He does say John. I remember that.
Yeah. I don't mind. It's all fake names. Who cares?
All satire.
Yeah.
But in reality, you're really impersonating a John Doe out there, because there's somebody out there named John Doe.
Yeah. Well, when you call John Doe, people are always assuming it's a fake name. But when you call like Mark or whatever, they're always thinking it's your real name, and they're like going to find information on that person. And the stuff I find sometimes, it's like there was one guy he makes 3D statues of like Star Wars stuff, like Master Yoda and stuff. There was someone who was legitimately convinced it was me making these 3D things.
Well, they think mysterious, hacker must be a Star Wars nerd.
Oh yeah, of course. I have to fit that whole stigma thing, right?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You gotta fit the whole stigma. You gotta be a Star Wars nerd that makes sculptures.
Lean into that stereotype.
You know, you should just own up and said, you should have just owned up to it and said, yeah, that's me. What you gonna
That's
do
me.
about it? I'll beat your
I
fucking
make
ass with this
beautiful art. I'm gonna
no.
need
Beat your ass with a
I'm gonna need
lightsaber.
you to separate the artist from the art here and just take in this Yoda bitch.
Beat them with a lightsaber.
What? Oh man. Take this lightsaber up your ass. Smile for the camera.
You know, somebody sent me a GIF once. Never mind.
Yeah, that might not be a good idea. So, in more relevant news that's actually important, apparently pollution in Argentina has turned the lake bright pink. And this is a good example of, well, is this from Whale? What is this from? Oh.
Damn, yeah.
No, this is being blamed on a chemical used to preserve prawns for export. And this is a chemical known as sodium sulfite, an antibacterial product used in fish factories. And apparently they're saying that it's turning the lake purple. Well, I would not want to eat a fish that comes from... Well, I wouldn't want to eat fish now anyway, because, most of the fish are coming from Fukushima-infested waters, and you're either going to get cancer from that, or you're going to get fucking cancer from this. Unless you know where the fish is coming from, I wouldn't eat it.
Is it like in The Simpsons? Like a fish with 3 eyes?
No.
Or could be. I mean, the Fukushima fish.
The Fukushima fish might have fucking arms.
There are actually fish that can walk, though. Fun fact.
This is true, but these fish, they would be walking with their fins and flopping around. Yeah, that's what happens when you have nuclear radiation.
Well, the stupid thing was they wanted to ditch some more radioactive water into the ocean, right? In Fukushima.
Because they have nowhere to put it. Where are they going to put it? Off into space? Like...
No. Make the whole government bend over and put it there.
Yeah, well, it's not going to work, and neither is sending it to space either, because guess what? You can't put nuclear material near fire yet, so you can't actually use a rocket ship and send it off into space.
Well, it will be a big radioactive ice cube in space, right? Because
it would never reach there. It would explode in the air. That's what I'm telling you.
But even if we could put it up there, it would be like one radioactive ice cube. Because everything will freeze in space.
Good point.
What if we sculpted the ice cube in the shape of Master Yoda?
Hey guys, we're missing out. We didn't cover the whole anti-lockdown protests in Australia.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's
there's so
another
many.
thing. That's
Oh, dude, there's all kinds of shit going on. Australia, Greece, Italy,
France.
Lord.
Yeah, we should specifically
Germany.
cover Australia. It went out of hand. I think AK mentioned it before the show.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on my list of things. So there was anti-lockdown protest in Australia, and the cops and protesters clashed, and the authorities were able to track down everyone who was a part of those protests. Don't ask me how, because it doesn't say. But I'm assuming they use facial recognition technology. Oh no, Ted is dying during his morning routine. He hasn't had his fucking chocolate milk. Someone get him his chocolate milk.
Ted, you're supposed to take the chocolate milk before the bong hits.
Very funny, I was just smoking.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either, because those were
I heard that cough.
That was 100% a smoker's cough. You can't tell me otherwise, sir.
Damn it.
Yeah, boy, that's one hell of a jogger's cough you got there, Ted.
Jogger's cough?
Yep. I'm smoking since I'm 15.
You know that jogger's cough. It's notorious, AK. That post-workout hack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the worst. Worst. It makes you want to go back to smoking. Really does.
Well, I mean, if you're getting a jogger's cough, I mean,
Oh man.
Hey, Stavi says drink chocolate. Hey, so apparently it's about obligating the green pass on the bus, but they don't obligate the vaccines.
In Australia?
Yeah.
So be a little bit more clear about what Green Pass is, though.
there's a lot going on in Australia. I know somebody down there too, and it's not just about the green pass on the bus. It's also about the forced lockdown. They literally said to the Australians that you can't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like it's about a
In
lot.
Brisbane, they were out over the lockdown. We showed that on the show earlier today.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on right now.
They're out there chanting like we want freedom and we want liberty and shit like that. I mean, it's a fucking beautiful moment. Nobody will cover it. Or it's always painted as like far right extremists in blah blah blah. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no.
It's harder to do that when the crowds are that big, though. Like, it's easy to do it here in America, I'm finding, because you don't get, like, those massive hordes of, like, people just coming out to protest, like, lockdowns or whatever, or, like,
Right, where it's
mandated jabs
clearly
or
a cross
something.
section of the local society.
Yeah, like Los Angeles is the perfect example, and I can speak to this because, you know, I've been in the presence of these people, and I talk to these people. A lot of, like, they protest for a good cause, which is against mandatory vaccines, but what they do is they take a fully loaded shotgun, and they shoot themselves in the dick with it by being absolute assholes.
Mhm.
Like, you don't need to protest a breast cancer clinic, okay? Oh, don't do that. and you know, they've done worse shit too. Like these people will like grab bystanders off the streets and get into fights with them and do the most dumb shit ever. It's like y'all have been so heavily infiltrated. So yeah. So like you need a narrative managed from there.
I'm going to interject for a moment. Did they protest a breast cancer clinic? Yes.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they did.
But did they go inside to protest without their masks on? No, they were outside. They were peaceful. They were peaceful and dicks. They were
peaceful.
They were non-violent assholes. Until SoCal Antifa and the counter protesters showed up to throw fucking punches. And
That was the second time, though. The first time, they were actually being fully violent assholes. I mean, the first time.
Can we just talk about why they would protest a breast cancer clinic?
They
require some of their patients to wear masks.
Yeah,
listen, I'm not a fan of masks either, but that is shit outreach. That is the worst 100%. Fucking thing you can do for your cause ever. And like it's the problem that I've been having with that same ass fucking crew in LA this whole time, because I will have legitimately good conversations with these people and then they'll turn around and go, "Yeah, cops, lock them all up. Fuck you, Tifa." I'm like, you finna turn around and go into this culture war bullshit from having a nuanced ass conversation with me, bitch. Like, it's annoying.
Well, I don't see the link.
Team sports.
I don't see the link between the CV and breast cancer, actually. So why?
It's because, oh no, they told their patients to wear masks. Yes, because there's this fucking narrative going around still that CV doesn't exist and that it's all just a bullshit plot for Thor says this all the time. That it's all basically a bullshit plot for the governments to take our rights, and it's like, look, one doesn't have to be true for the other to be true. You know, it can be a real. I don't understand that either. Too fucking dumb mindset. Government would take away your rights, but government would not potentially release a virus on the population. Like what? Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, they do. Oh, they do.
It's just fucking stupid. Like it's the dumbest fucking argument that I've ever heard. Like, oh, you're pushing government propaganda that a virus exists. Yeah, because guess what? It's not government fucking propaganda. Like the goddamn fucking documents, academic documents show they were experimenting on exactly this. It's not a fucking coincidence. That goes all the way back to like the 2008.
I mean, it happened in the Second World War already, you know.
And I'm not a fucking idiot that doesn't realize that if the government would take away my rights, you know, they really don't give a fuck, and they would create a virus. I mean, like the whole fucking what was it? Anthrax. You remember anthrax? It came from fucking Fort Detrick.
Yep.
They tried to say it came from. They tried to push it first that it came from the Taliban, this and that, and then it was traced back to Fort Detrick, and the whole thing fell apart. And then the fucking scientist that supposedly synthesized it himself, which, by the way, look up how hard it is to synthesize anthrax. You're not doing it by yourself. Not happening. It requires a whole fucking team of laboratory specialists to synthesize anthrax. Anyway, so they said he did it himself, and the guy ended up fucking committing suicide.
Isn't that a bacteria? Anthrax.
It was the whole thing in 2001 where anthrax was sent to certain politicians on the Democrat side. These politicians were against the signing of the Patriot Act, and they all, every single one of them, got fucking anthrax mails. Every single one of them.
Hey, but you should mention the Matt the Hart thing. You want to mention that?
Yeah, because they said, okay, so there was documents that,
Okay, so Matt the Hart ran this the Rob server on the Tor network, right? And so apparently an FBI whistleblower dropped documents on his server stating that the CIA was spreading anthrax in the USA.
Right.
And then he didn't hear much from it, but then he tried to get over the border, and then he was suddenly arrested and he was tortured by the FBI. Matt the Hart.
Yes, and some of us have seen these documents, and they do exist. And from my end of the story, that kind of connects with this, well, it's not really my story, but from what I was told, that Michael Riconosciuto in prison talked about the anthrax letters and everything, and also made notes about how the people that were targeted were senators and media personnel, and the senators that were targeted were media. They were people who were targeted that were against the Patriot Act passing. And also, I believe Robbie Martin has brought this up too. So, I mean, it's very true. The senators that were targeted with that anthrax attack were senators that were against the Patriot Act passing. The operation was ran on the anthrax operation and 9/11 were both ran by what Michael Riconosciuto calls the base, or what he referred to as the dark state within the CIA. Yeah, I mean, like this guy was in prison saying this stuff. Like he's in prison. He's a huge whistleblower, and everybody just kind of doesn't even know that this guy exists. And Michael Riconosciuto was the whistleblower Promise Software, and what the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, I'm in my freezer. Ah, damn it.
I don't know what the fuck it sounds like you're doing, but Jesus Christ, man, you're so fucking loud.
I'm loud.
Yeah.
I'm using my new headset now. So that's why maybe. Ah, cold. That's my daily routine. Just don't mind me. You know.
Can you mute yourself for your daily routine so we don't hear the fucking ice tray?
Ah, damn it. Yeah, wait. Oh, that was cold.
You good, Ted?
Did you stab yourself? Because that's what it sounded like.
No, it was cold on my fingers. The cooling elements that just came out of the freezer. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
What? This person ran a fucking... What? Do you get this fucking picture, Mark? This person ran Windows on a fucking crystal ball? Is that real?
I don't know.
It would be possible now, I think.
I have to open Discord from my browser to actually check it, right? Let's see.
What are you running it through a fucking image? Forensics? I mean, you could. I just don't feel like doing it, but...
Where did you post this, Dan?
I didn't post it.
Where can I see that thing then, the windows on the crystal ball?
It's on your it's tagged on your thread.
On the Twitter? Or?
On the twatter it is tagged.
Oh, even on the Twitter right now. It's like...
Well, I typed it, or I sent you it in general.
Okay.
I forget what the fuck we were talking about before I even...
Oh, I see it. Okay. I don't know. What is it? I know nothing about this, but I wonder if it's possible. It needs like to be like at least have some hard disk in it, right, and RAM and everything. It needs like a digital crystal ball.
I imagine it is possible. Yeah.
Okay. So we covered everything.
No, not everything.
Okay, 1 second. I have to like repeat the whole other thing again. We have to talk. Yeah, we have to talk about the pipeline 3 thing because that is being completely censored out of the media. Probably best to point people to Terrence. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking through the hashtag StopLine3 thing on Twitter, and that's got some good stuff so far. But I mean, if y'all got any links, feel free to post in the chat.
Okay, so on hashtag water is life. You go to hashtag water is life, and you find yeah, someone from our team, Terrence. He is active on there. So yeah, this is very important. I see Captu is thank. Yeah, you don't have to thank me. This is like this is like a war that's been going on for years and years. Like we had the deal with No Dapple, etc. and other. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I was just agreeing. I was saying, yep.
Yeah, so it keeps going. It is an ongoing war, and the Native Americans are directly affected by it, and yeah, fighting back, right? So that's the thing. Water is life. You should probably look at that hashtag on the Twitter and on other social media.
A lot of the organizers are getting arrested too, to the sound of no media coverage. So yeah. Alex Golden Wolf Two-Spirit indigenous leader of the White Earth Nation was violently arrested out of ceremony. Before the completion of the ceremony, water protectors are barricaded in by the police. No one in or out. This was from the 23rd. And a bunch of the other organizers and protesters are getting harassed too, it looks like. Of course, because that's what they do. But yeah.
So stopline tree, stopline tree.org. Take action. It says there's a hashtag stopline tree too. There is a petition, and actually 200,000 people already have signed. Let's see, maybe it's a lot more now. It says on the petition 200,000. It says President Biden, stop line tree. This is probably a lobby to the actual, like, the oil barons, etc. Because the presidents these days are just puppets of these people. But try Biden too, just because you can. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so stopline3.org has a lot of pictures on it, has a petition, has actually lots of organizations are also helping with this. It's interesting. Even Greenpeace is like supporting the whole action network.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh, makes sense. Ah, so you want to give up like Native American rights for a little bit of oil? I mean, what the hell? It is.
I mean, it's outdated by now.
It is the No Dapple War 2.0. Yeah. Well, a shout out to Edersec then, E-T-E-R-S-E-C. Going to lead the charge, Cap2 says. He was in the chat just before, an hour ago. You guys are really active. They do like operations like every single day. I always see them post.
Okay. I'm driving to work, so I'm still here, but I'm driving to work, so sorry that I was so quiet. I had to finish my daily routine.
Hey guys, you have to, Steve, you guys have to read the Rockfin comments too, because Pamela Drew was just messaging me.
Ah, let me open that then.
Hola, Pamela Drew. Hola.
Hi, Pamela.
Hello.
Notice I said your full name. Notice I said your full name and did not call you a short, yeah.
You're saying?
Yeah, just saying. I mean, you know, last time I got in trouble.
I think we're in trouble too now, just so make sure we read the messages everywhere in all the chats. I'm only looking at the YouTube, I'm sorry for that.
Well, I'm not even anywhere, so I can't be held accountable.
Excuses, excuses. Oh. Am I still that loud, by the way?
Oh, very.
Sound fine to me.
Shh.
It is streamed on multiple locations, Nightme. It's also even on Twitch and stuff. And on vk.com. It's like a multi-stream thing. I personally only read the YouTube chat because like I'm streaming and I can't have like all these windows open because it crashed before a few times and I'm not sure. So I want to keep it like running this whole stream. But yeah, others can check other chats.
Not it.
Well, I'm driving, so I can't check any chat.
I'm looking at the Rockfin chat now.
Oh, Pamela said I did, and it is always appreciated, AK.
Hope you've been well, Pamela.
Anyhow, the whole lockdown thing, I think the resistance will only grow because people are getting sick and tired of this shit, right?
It's true.
I mean, come on, they are more than a year now keeping us indoors and everything, you know? It's getting bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And people are getting really or depressed or in a fighting mood. Like fighting against the whole lockdown and the whole CV situation, right?
The COVIDs. Hey, don't we have like the new a gamma strain now? It's like it's
Delta, Gamma, and there's another new strain that I don't remember what it is.
are there like already like 20 different vaccines instantly ready?
No. And you said the V word. God damn you, lubbers!
And that wasn't me this time. Was that me? Oh, as Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
It is of course I didn't mean vaccines with a V.
Oh my god, shut up! You're gonna get us taken fucking right off YouTube because it's an algorithm. That's all it does. All it is. You guys must want to get the YouTube banned.
Victor Alpha.
Yeah, I mean, we say this shit all the time, though.
We will not get fucking banned.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna make a bet.
Don't report it. Don't report it.
What, you think I'm gonna report it myself?
Jab.
I was
Because you
kidding.
know what? It's not even a vax.
Shut
An
up!
experiment. I didn't say the full word. I shortened it.
It's an
But, yeah.
MNRA medical experiment.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it fucking is. Truthfully, I mean, they don't finish testing in till 2022 with most of these. Like, what the fuck?
Well, did you see the video that we played a couple of times with the NHS, with the NHS minister for, you know, those things, where he was talking about the like the co-pass or whatever. And said that people who had been given placebos are going to be counted as, you know, fully inoculated.
Victor Alpha Charlie.
It was the first time I'd heard the word placebo in a year and a half or more.
Right, we can see like this.
Seems to have vanished.
We can say like this: Victor Alpha Charlie India November Echo.
They call it
Try to get that algorithm.
they
Just
call
use
it the Michelle Pfeiffer on another show that I have a guest spot on. But yeah, placebos. Which makes sense. It's been a, test group. If you want to run a control, you would have to give at least half a placebo. If not more, especially if you wanted good results on your product. But I could be could be talking crazy. That's just how every other product like this has worked. Yeah, and every other product going forward that doesn't get the benefit of being granted emergency use authorization will work.
I mean, it's just disgusting that they put out something that wasn't tested, and now it's having so many issues, blood clots, heart murmurs, all sorts of fucking problems. And it's well fucking admitted in all of these different VCs that they have various different problems, and then they try to say anyone who says that is an anti-vaxxer. No, fucking moron. It has to do with the fact that it's not well tested. We have no idea what the fuck it's going to do to us, and it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't take it, you can get the original strain of the virus. If you do take it, you can die from the VC. I mean, like, and here's the other thing about that is that the other issue here is that the current strain, or Delta or Gamma, those two strains cannot be protected against from this the original VC, because they're different strains. They're not the same. It's evolved, basically, and this has been proven. What was it, 2 weeks ago, there was 3 Democrats that got CV because of they were gathering in something or something like that, and they had contracted it, and it was the Delta strain, and they had already previously had the VC. So it's been proven that it doesn't, just because you have the VC, it doesn't mean you can't get the Delta strain or the Gamma strain. Now, the Delta strain is more contagious and less deadly, and the Gamma strain is more deadly, and I think it's equally as contagious as the first.
I don't even know anymore. Like all these different strains, like, it's just a little bit much now. I do know one thing for a fact, that is that they're literally, like, right now destroying every single country on the fucking planet.
Oh my god. Okay, well, here's another side effect of the virus. Or, no, the VC. So apparently now they're saying to women that get the jab that their breasts will get bigger. No, that could be a really bad thing. Like, maybe you're getting cancer.
Right.
No, look, I just posted it. Why would that be a side effect of VC? Anybody?
Because they're putting growth hormone. I don't know. I have no idea. No clue. No clue. I'm gonna hop off though. I'm fucking falling out.
Falling out or falling asleep?
Yes, falling asleep.
Hey, so we should quickly mention the Daniel Hill thing, I guess, Steve?
Daniel Hale tweet storm tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't know what time yet or
Should
whatever, but
we
there will be.
reiterate the Daniel Hale? Daniel Hale is being sentenced tomorrow. He's expected to be getting the harshest possible sentence under the Espionage Act for leaking information to or disclosing information. He's facing a minimum of 7.5 years. The Department of Justice is going for at least 9, if not more. Daniel Hale has written extensively, and a lot has been written about the fact that he does have severe depression, PTSD. He is deeply impacted by the drone program, which he was an operator. Discovered exactly what targeted assassination program does, especially in terms of collateral damage. In that 90% of the time a drone strike occurs, it doesn't hit its intended target. That's a lot of bodies on the drone program that that never needed to be there, and therefore making it the largest and most effective recruiting tool for anti-U.S. fighting forces everywhere. So Hale is about to get just railroaded. He has drawn Judge Liam O'Malley in espionage court. That is another hanging judge, like they all are in the Eastern District. I don't know. I don't think at this point late for a jury nullification campaign because it's a sentencing. But that's something that we'll have to talk about a little bit going forward, especially around Joshua Schulte's case. I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, well, good. We need to mention that because it's a very important case.
It is, and it's gotten hardly any media attention. Again, Kevin Gastola out of Shadowproof has probably written more than anybody about it. He's got a lot of good work on it. So, shadowproof.com.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that the Daniel Hill case is about innocent people being killed in countries like Afghanistan, and then later it's being said that they are enemies, enemy soldiers, but literally their families being killed. And I want to point back to another whistleblower, David McBride, we had on our show before, and well, he's been on for 7 times.
Yeah, for 3 hours each time.
He'll be back soon. I mean, I was talking to him just a day or something ago.
Oh God, yay!
Yeah, David McBride. I'm actually writing an article for him too right now. I really respect his fight that he had to fight alone for a long time, and I'm happy that he's finally getting some well-deserved support. Because Dave McBride is a military lawyer, but he also went to Afghanistan 2 times, and he's a whistleblower. He noticed just a lot of crimes committed against civilians, right? And that they fire at civilians before asking questions, and like they get some kind of like quick tip or something on the radio. Someone says like, yeah, here are enemy combatants, and then they all start firing, and before they even see guns, etc. And yeah, he tried to go through all the official instances to leak this information, to whistleblow on it, and no one would listen to him. Even like the Australian like federal police and everything, the military, everything. He went everywhere.
Sounds like the same story as Snowden.
Yeah, so eventually he ended up at ABC News, and he spoke to two journalists, and they were like writing about
and
it.
he tried going through the proper channels too and following all those bullshit procedures.
Yeah. Well, to him, like as a lawyer, he just he was convinced that he would have to go through the official procedures first, and then, he went to ABC News, and two journalists wanted to write about it, and suddenly they got raided at ABC, right? The entire building got raided, so it became like a big scandal, and I'm very happy that David McBride wants to be on with us and discuss all of this, because I have a lot of respect for this guy, because he fights alone, and and now the Daniel Hill thing is pretty much vindicating his story, and because Daniel Hill, he spoke about drones. He had the same story, but then with drones, right? Saying that the drones were firing on civilians, and that's a part we didn't hear yet. That's in that way. McBride was vindicated actually earlier this year in March, but actually at the end of last year he was vindicated by Dutch veterans. Why would it be specifically Dutch? That is because the Australians and the Dutch were together in Uruzgan, which is an area there in Afghanistan, and two Dutch veterans had the same story as McBride had. At first it was one, and then the Dutch government said, you're probably traumatized making everything up, right? And then a second veteran came forward with the story, and that was at the end of last year, and then March of this year actually a court case started over it. So he was vindicated, David McBride, in that way. And he was very happy to hear it. Like, he didn't know about it, that it was happening, but he was very happy to hear that other soldiers were speaking out about it.
And real quick to clear something up about the Daniel Hale sentencing, Pamela Drew in the Rockfin chat said he's being sentenced Tuesday, not tomorrow. Yes, it's Tuesday. Apologies, because for some of us it's already Monday. So, yes, but Daniel Hale is being sentenced Tuesday.
And by some of us, we mean Mark.
And Dad.
Oh, me too. You too, AK. It's 1:33 over on the East Coast, gang.
Oh yeah, technically it would be tomorrow. Because now it's Monday. Good point.
What? I didn't hear my name.
Yeah, I was something about chocolate and stuff, but yeah, it's already irrelevant now.
Yeah, time to close the show. All right. Remember to spay and neuter all your politicians, lobbyists, but that's the politicians. Yeah,
There's noise, Tex.
What?
Forget royalty.
Ted, we can't hear you.
There's noise, Tex.
Oh my god. Alright.
Thank you
So
for trying to kill me, man.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Anyway, remember to spay and neuter all your politicians, lobbyists, military contractors, and royalty. Alright.
True.
That's your fucking cue, lubbers.
Thanks. I missed it.
Yeah.